Zibanejad in on the Razic. He scores! Mika Zibanejad!
Everybody discovered a little something different about themselves, maybe picked up a new hobby. I know music is your passion, and you dropped a track in April. Tell us about that, and how much did music kind of help pass the time these last 4 months?
Funny that you say picking up hobbies. Obviously, the music part and release the song again. It was fun. The direction was good, so I'm happy about that. But for my birthday, I got a magician box.
Oh, the Mika magic!
So I started doing card tricks, and I started doing all these tricks on my girlfriend and on my friends and stuff. So I had a few of my friends that easily fooled. So I tried all of them on them. So I don't know. I watched a lot of that on YouTube as well. So it was fun.
What made you do that? What made you go down that road?
I think it was just watching YouTube and America's Got Talent and all those shows, all the magicians, and I started watching tutorials on card tricks and stuff. So I'm not really there yet, but I'm working myself up towards that at least.
You know that's going to be a headline writer's dream, because what you did in the regular season was pretty magical as well. Most notably March 5th.
Up the middle, Zibanejad. He goes to the net. He scores! He scores! The Rangers win! Mika Zibanejad with 5 goals!
There are going to be a million Ranger fans who talk about being in the building that only holds 18,000 the night you scored 5 goals. You've had 4+ months to kind of sit back and let that kind of marinate in your mind. What stands out the most? Where does your mind go to when someone mentions to you the 5-goal night?
I don't know. It's still a little blurry. I mean, the only thing I can kind of compare to, not really remember everything, it was the World Juniors goal in overtime. It's the same thing. I don't remember much. I remember from watching it, if it's a video or someone tags me in the video, whatever, on social media. But I don't know. I can't tell you anything before the game or after the game or during the game what I felt. But I look at the goals and just you have I've said this before. You have a few games where you feel like you could have scored 5 and you don't score any, and then you get a game like that. Doesn't happen obviously that often. So it was nice to see the 5th goal actually ending the game.
Every Ranger fan would have one wish. It would be for you to pick up where you left off. What's going to be the biggest challenge to doing that, and how likely do you think it is that you could immediately, starting August 1st, be the player that you were in mid-March?
Obviously, there's a lot of pressure and a lot of talks from outside and whatnot, but I just gotta, these practices and the games coming up, I think I just gotta try to get to the same mindset and not overthink and just play. I think that was the big thing the whole season for me. Obviously, the last little bit gets highlighted and the streak I was on, but I just gotta, I don't know, 5 guys out there, so try to get together as quick as possible and try to get that back, that feeling we had in the whole team and our line and every line that we have. So I don't think anything specific that I'm thinking of, or I'm laying in bed thinking that I have to do this or that. I'm just excited to play and get this thing started.
Mika, it's going to be such a different experience than anything you've ever had, whether it be, like you mentioned, the World Juniors or the Stanley Cup Playoffs. And everybody talks about the momentum swings and the passion of the crowd. None of that is going to exist in the bubble, at least not generically. I mean, you might get some hyped-in crowd noise. Is there anything you can fall back on for what playing inside the bubble with no fans in the stands is going to be like?
No, I mean, I don't really know what to expect, to be honest with you, from that sense. And obviously it's going to be a huge loss. You want your fans in the building. You want to be able to play at home, especially during these playoff games. But that's not the case right now. And I think it becomes even more important that you, as a team, you kind of push and try to give yourself the momentum that you wouldn't get maybe a little bit easier when you have a crowd behind you that's cheering you on and kind of pushing you and getting that extra 5% of energy. But I think we got to find that inside the team somehow, and it's going to be a challenge. We're just going to try our best to kind of just play the same way we did before.
You were right up front, one of the first days you got back to training camp, saying that we're not just going to Toronto to play, we're going to win. How confident are you in what this team can do and what will need to be a 19-win Stanley Cup run?
I mean, we're looking at Carolina right now. Our focus is not anywhere else than Carolina game 1, and obviously that's a really, really good team. I believe we have a good team as well, and it's going to be a tight battle, hard battle. But again, just because I'm sitting here saying that we're aiming to win the whole thing doesn't mean that it's guaranteed. Nothing is guaranteed here. It's going to be a tough tournament. It's a playoff like no other. But having that said, if you don't go in there with that mindset that you're going to win, then you might as well just stay at home, really. And I think, and again, having that said, you take a game at a time. You focus on the opponent you have at the moment, and we're going to do everything in our power to go to the next round, and that's all we can control.
And that opponent is one you beat 4 times this year, 10-2 in the last 3 years. Why do you want that to matter? Why should that matter, even though it's a completely different season?
And we don't look at the records that we've had against them over whatever years you said, and even this season. It's I think it's a little bit different of a team that we played last game. So it's a highly skilled team. They have good depth. Their D really good too. So it's 0-0 when we come to August 1st. We can't take any wins with us or make it easier for us. So we just got to focus on that first game and make sure that we play to our strengths and the best we can. And it's really about giving ourselves the best chance to win. And by playing the way we can and we know what we have to do, I think we have a good shot, but it's going to be tough.
You became a New Yorker, an adopted New Yorker when you were traded to the Rangers from Ottawa. Summarize what your 4 years in New York have been like, and given everything that this city went through these last 4 months, will you take some of that with you to the ice in the effort to try to give some New Yorkers some positivity and something to either distract or cheer for?
Yeah, thanks for reminding me. I saw that now on the computer. But yeah, I mean, it's been 4 good years, experience-wise, and hockey-wise. I feel like the chance I've been getting here to develop to the player I am today, even though I feel like I can take a few more steps, but just the city, the fans, the community, everyone here, I think that's just taught me a lot, and with everything that's been going on, especially here and being in Sweden and just being able to read it on the news, and you see, you look at the news and you hear what's going on. You want to come back, you want to make sure that you make New York proud, and I'm hoping that through these tough times we can give the fans and the people here something to be happy about, and that's our ultimate goal. And when we win, everyone is happy.